Hello and welcome to the Farmer Education here with me, Samuel, on Farm with Samuel. Today, we want to talk about sustainable agriculture and I want to explain it in a very simple way for farmers, whether you are a farmer or not. And kindly do want to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Farm with Samuel and follow us for more educational content on agriculture. To start with, I mean, when we mention the term sustainable agriculture, many people think, or many farmers think, it's expensive or it's, for the big farmers. But, today in a simple way, we want to understand what sustainable agriculture is and, how farmers, can go about it to help them in their farming activities. So, we'll be doing a whole series on sustainability, how to make agriculture sustainable. So today what we are talking about or what we want to understand is sustainable agriculture. Um, many farming practices today give short-term yields, but in the long term it destroys our soil, our water bodies, and also biodiversity. And we all know that we are facing climate change, unpredictable rainfall, and rising cost of inputs. And as farmers, we've been hit by all these things, and it's really disturbing agriculture. It's really disturbing productivity in Ghana. So as farmers, we need to understand what sustainability really means. So when we talk about sustainable agriculture, sustainable agriculture focuses on three main things that I've tabled, and then I want to mention it and then explain it further for you to understand what it really means. Sustainable agriculture focuses on three things. The first one is environmental protection. We talk about soil, water, and then the ecosystem. As we farm, we disturb our soils, our water, and then the ecosystem a lot. But if we want to make it sustainable, it means that we have to protect all these things: the soil, the water, and then the ecosystem. The ecosystem comprises of living things, living organisms that in a way they also help in our day-to-day farming activities. So as we are farming, we need to make sure we are protecting our soils, we need to make sure we are protecting our water bodies, and also these ecosystem that mostly comprising of these living organisms that are surrounding it. So we don't just farm, I mean, just like that, but you need to protect the soil that you are farming on. If you really want to, on a piece of land, farm on it for a very long time, you need to make it sustainable so that that long time that you'll be working on it, always what you do on it will be successful. So it is very, very important that we protect the environment as we talk about sustainability. The second point is economic sustainability. Farming, we all know that every work that we do must, or we ensure profit, and farming must be profitable if uh, we want to talk about sustainability. Most farmers depend on um, rainfall for production, and as everyone wants to go into farming, we all gear towards attaining something. We want to, get higher profits and much from what we are doing. So economic sustainability is one of the key factors when we talk about sustainable agriculture. And again, social sustainability, um, farmers' livelihood and food security. The fact that you are farming doesn't mean you need to be poor, you have to be poor. When we farm, we have to also improve our livelihood and also ensure food security. So sustainability, food security is one of the key things when we talk about sustainability. We, as a country or in our communities, if we are not food secured, that means a comedy. So it's very, very important that we ensure there is abundance of food every time in our communities and in the country. This is what when we talk about food security, that's what we mean. So um, it's not about stopping farming, it's about improving how we farm. So when we talk about sustainability, we are not talking about we stopping the kind of farming that we are doing, but how we do it, we improve upon it so that it will be very, very sustainable. So when we talk about sustainability too, we can also talk about its practices that, as a farmer, you have to know that if you are going into sustainable agriculture, you are going to farm sustainably, you are making your work sustainable. There are some practices that as a farmer you can go about. We talk about crop rotation, um, composting, conservation agriculture, efficient water use. All these help farmers adapt and survive to climate change. So if we mention sustainability, these are some of the practices that goes with it. So many farmers know that if we talk about crop rotations, one of the ways that really helps, regenerate our soils, improve our soils anytime that we cultivate on it, our crops, do well in on fields that normally are being rotated. So it's very, very important that you practice crop rotation, you practice conservation agriculture. When we talk about conservation agriculture, it's a whole topic that needs to be talked about. But in a simple way, it is a way that you farm without destroying the environment, without um, uh, disturbing the soil a lot. So conservation agriculture also helps in sustainable or also helps improve sustainability when it comes to farming or agriculture as a whole. To conclude on this, I said I just want to explain sustainable agriculture in a very simple way. So to conclude, sustainability is no longer optional. It's the only path to long-term food security. We want to ensure there is food security in the country, then we can't do away with sustainability, or we can't do away with sustainable farming, sustainable agriculture. Now, the corner we find ourselves, as I said, sustainability is not an option. It's something that we need to go in for. We need to farm sustainably so that we will ensure that there's always food in the country, and this will ensure food security. So if you want agriculture to feed future generations, we must start now, and we must farm sustainably. Farming sustainably doesn't, only protect our farms, but it feeds nations, it feeds our communities, and also protect the nation and then our communities as well. Let's farm sustainably, and this will help us ensure food security. Sustainability is not about farming less, it's about farming better. And sustainable agriculture is not a luxury, it's a responsibility. This is the voice that connects farming, climate awareness, and practical solutions for everyday farmers. My name is Samuel. Can you join me? Let us plant today and harvest tomorrow. This is Farmer Samuel.